People in our neighboring state of Nebraska are picking up the pieces after tornadoes caused widespread damage over the weekend. With tornado season upon us, our William Langston talked with experts about our severe weather risks in Wyoming and spoke with locals who have witnessed this kind of destruction in the past.
After states like Nebraska and Oklahoma were hit with devastating tornadoes this past week, we're looking here locally at the likelihood of a similar event happening in southeast Wyoming. Michael Charnick at the National Weather Service office provided some details on the time of year and weather patterns that can lead up to a tornado.
So the best time for severe weather in southeast Wyoming is generally later in May. That's when we get a lot of moisture return from the Gulf of Mexico. It's a little bit easier to get that moisture to eastern Nebraska, where they had that big tornado outbreak over the weekend. A little bit more difficult to get it into western Nebraska and even southeast Wyoming, but every once in a while it can happen.
Michael added that although tornadoes have happened here in southeast Wyoming, there are no tornado conditions predicted anytime soon.
The tornado threat is very low in southeast Wyoming over the next few weeks. It'll be more typical springtime weather here in southeast Wyoming for the foreseeable future.
If there is a tornado, the National Weather Service office works closely with Laramie County Emergency Management to notify local agencies. On top of that, there's a total of 67 tornado sirens in Laramie County that will automatically sound in the event of a tornado. The last severe tornado that Cheyenne saw was back in 1979 when an F3 tornado destroyed about 200 homes and killed one person. A local here in Cheyenne, Pat Lindbergh, recalls what he saw that day 45 years ago.
I was on the base at the time, and we were out on one of the second floor like porches, and I could see it above the highway department. It was just circling, but the tornado hadn't come down yet. And then the funnel came down.
Pat recalled that there were varying degrees of damage.
You could see where some houses were blown away, and the one next to it, not at all, other than it looked like somebody speared 2x4s into it.
Janet Lewis is the director of the American Red Cross offices here in Cheyenne. She says knowing the differences between a tornado watch and a warning is incredibly important.
A watch means that conditions are perfect for a tornado to start. A warning means there is a tornado, get into your safe place.
Janet added that when you hear those sirens, don't wait.
If you hear that siren go off, take action immediately. Go find someplace safe.
William Langston, your Wyoming Link, Cheyenne.